Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, when you go into the jury room to decide the amount of a reasonable royalty, you will be asked to imagine that you are in 2008 at a meeting between the patent owner, Patent Co., and my client, Defco. You will need to decide what amount, if any, Patent Co. and Defco would have agreed upon as a reasonable royalty at that hypothetical meeting in 2008. What do we know about 2008? You have heard evidence that 2008 was when Defco received its first round of financing, and in connection with that financing, Defco was valued at $10 million for the entire company. $10 million for the entire company. Of course, Defco did not have $10 million in hand. Defco did not have $10 million in a bank account. Defco could not write a check to anyone for $10 million. $10 million was just an estimate of what the entire company might be worth if everything went well and according to plan. Remember, Defco did not have any revenue at that point. They did not have anyone paying for their website. They did not have any advertising on their website. They had 10 employees in 2008. Defco had just received financing which gave them enough to cover a few months of expenses. They certainly did not have $10 million to hand over in a hypothetical meeting in 2008 with Patent Co. What else do we know about this hypothetical negotiation in 2008 that you are going to be asked to imagine? We know plaintiff's version of what would have happened. We know that plaintiff claims that it would have walked into this meeting in 2008 and that plaintiff would have asked for $10 million. And we also know that plaintiff claims Defco would have agreed that $10 million was a reasonable royalty to pay for Patco's patent. Plaintiff asks you to believe that Defco would have agreed to pay Patent Co. $10 million, the entire estimated value of its company in 2008, at this hypothetical meeting. That is the question for you to consider. What percentage of Defco would it have paid to Patent Co.? Is it 100%? All $10 million? Or is it something much, much less than $10 million?